Hi guys, welcome back. Sorry, it's been 2 weeks now since my last video. However, I can guarantee you we have been steaming ahead. So let's just collect a few bits here. Okay. Right, so the two main things I want to talk to you about this week that are going on is Grand Arena and Conquest. Now, Grand Arena I'm obviously experienced with on my main account, but this is the first Grand Arena that I've been participating in on this account. So, if we go and have a look at the squads. So the main squads, things that I've got at the moment is these three squads. They're in a decent position apart from R2 here. The thinking was I was going to continue with Phoenix and take them all up to Relic, because they were one of the ones that do well in assault battles, and the second one is Imperial Troopers. I've had to do a slight pivot, and it feels like I'm pivoting every other week here at the minute until we get a good rhythm. But Troopers, I wanted to take Troopers up. I don't have enough of that, because that will give me another another team to be able to put into Grand Arena. So if we have a look at Grand Arena, and I'm currently behind on this one. So Grand Arena is set up with 4 phases, depending on what level you're in, depends on how many teams you put in, and generally you have these 3 are all troops, and the top back one is a fleet. So I've got to try and beat 420. So we're going to go in here, and their Phoenix looks quite doable, and luckily the squad that I have for that is Phoenix. They're all level 85 now, trying to level them all up. I went a bit crazy on Rex, we've got them up to level 10, Hera is level 10 as well, but we also have the suppressed fire Zeta now on. Where's it? Lost Commander. We have a Zeta on there as well. I think it's actually his unique. I think it's this one. I think there's one more, and that's a Omicron, but we're not even close to putting that on yet. So let's try and beat this one. So we're going to go in as we can and just try and take out all the troops as quick as we can. It looks like they don't have his special up so that they all help, which is a bit of a blessing. Okay, so that's zone done. As you can see, we've got 225 for that. I don't think my fleet is going to be particularly good enough. I've got the better fleets on defence, unfortunately, for some reason. We can throw these in. There's no point upgrade them because your teams are locked in at the start of Grand Arena. So you kind of, whatever you've got at the start is what you've got now. And I don't expect these. I don't expect which was very strong. Oh man, we're not gonna beat this one. So what I'm gonna have to do is try and do one of the other levels. forfeit or submit, don't matter. So let's have a look. So we have the Emperor Palpatine team. I'll try going with a leftover Empire situation. Clone troopers probably. That's only 3 and not Scorch, but they might pull something out of the bag. This is another reason why I'm trying to get the Imperial troopers up, because then I've got something down. I'll throw this on also because I don't think we're going to get anywhere with this. No, exactly. That's what I thought. So unfortunately, this GAC I've lost just through lack of teams. But again, it's my first GAC on this account, so I'm kind of expecting it. And unlike other people, I've not got the hyperdrive account, so I'm not going to be doing amazing. Let's have a look at events. I need to put 2 teams in here. Did I? I've put 2 teams in there already. Okay, so this is the territory war. The guys in this guild are absolutely phenomenal in my opinion. Territory war, they always seem to be punching up, and as also the guild leader, that's quite good for me. I'm quite proud of that. They were always punching up on territory war and territory battle. And speaking of territory battle, we have Rise of the Empire starting in 2 days. That's Monday night. Let's see what we can get here. Don't have great Jedi. Now Jedi is something that I'm also going to have to... Jedi is something we're also going to have to work on, because that is Grandmaster Yoda, and once we unlock him, then we can use him in this territory battle as well. Kind of get some better results. If you are going for a free to play, I must admit it is a grind. There is a lot to be said for getting the hyperdrive bundle. It does leave you in a better position. I didn't want to do it for this account because it's free to play. That's what I'm making this account on. That's what I'm making the series on. It'll be it would just be a massive cheat and a spoil to the whole thing if we wouldn't have brought the hyperdrive bundle. But if you're playing it for yourself, then you are obviously going to be in a good position. You're going to have better teams. You're going to have a lot more characters that are going to be, I think it's 5-star, level 85. You'll be able to put more in for your Grand Arena, and you're going to get further on things like these assault battles. Now we're down to 3 characters. I don't think we're going to complete this one. As I said, I've not put much into Jedi at the minute, so I wouldn't expect that we would. To be surprised, to be honest, I'd be surprised if we actually got through this tier, this level, phase, whatever you want to call it. We've just got Anakin left, and he's not very powerful. I've not put much in him, so he's gone, and to be honest, I kind of expected that. So the other thing we've got going on at the minute is Conquest. Anything there? I don't know what's telling me I've got something. So Conquest is split into 3 difficulties: easy, normal and hard. Obviously you're going to start off on easy, or again, if you've got the hard drive bundle, you might be able to go into normal. And then when you have a lot more relic characters, I think it's 4 million GP you can get into the hard, and the hard is where you're going to start getting most of your benefits. If you can do hard, I would say go into hard. The first crate reward that you get for hard is better than the last crate reward that you'll get for normal. And also you're going to be sitting there and picking up the Conquest character shards. Now each sector, I'll show you sector 1, is then made up of a string of battles. You have these data discs that you can collect and kind of put together in any way that you want, and as you go through, you get 3 of these key cards for 3-star in a battle, and the more key cards you get, the better your rewards are. So for example, the last crate on this one, which I'm not anywhere near getting, is a load of gear. A couple of relic bits, some gear 12 gear, some purple gear, some ability mats. It's helpful, but you know, it's nothing to write home about. So you always want to be punching above if you can. So if you're comfortably doing normal and you comfortably doing easy, but you have access to normal and you can get the first crate on normal, do that. There is absolutely nothing wrong with that, because you're going to get better rewards. And again, if you're doing normal and you're completing normal and you have access to hard and you can get the first crate on hard, do that, because the rewards are going to be better for you. So if we have a look, your inventory is split into 2 halves. You've got data discs and consumables. And so these are the data discs that I've picked up. They're not always going to be great, and they're not always going to have great synergy. There is a set collection of data discs that you have for each conquest, and from that you're going to get, I don't know how random it is, but you know, there is a degree of random on what you're going to be able to pick up. So you just pick the ones that are going to do you the best. You can always swap them out. You've got a capacity of 12. That refers to the stars on each data disc. So if you're at capacity, or you're 11 or 12 and you've got a 2 or 3 star, you can then take one of your equipped data discs off and put the new one on. I think it is 7 energy to swap the discs, but again, it's free, and as you can see down there, if you get the Conquest Pass Plus, you can sort them for free and you get a few extra data cards. Consumables are split into boosters, med packs and techs. This is a booster, it is a damage booster. So for the duration of one battle, I will get 50% critical damage and 20 speed. Generally the sort of things boosters do, they boost your stats. Med packs, this gives plus 55 health. You'll generally see things like that in the med packs. It's health steel. And the techs have, I haven't got any, I can't say off the top of my head, but they have other sorts of abilities. So every now and again, when they have a new character, you'll get like a preview tech. I know they did with the Dark Side Ray, where for 1 or 2 battles you can have the new Conquest character as an ally until that tech runs out. Now the battles, or the path, is split into this kind of snaking path, and as you can see, there are different options you can do. If you stay on this orange path, generally there's a feat for clearing X amount of enemies off the orange path, you're supposed to get better rewards or something. I'm not quite sure how that works. But then, as I say, you have feats. So each sector will have its own feat, and then you'll have event feats. So for instance, this one, defeat 100 enemies on the golden path, and if you do that, you will get 9 extra keycards. Some of these are dependent on the others. So this one, you have to complete the damage it feat, which is this one, get critical damage down 50 times. From that, you'll get this tech, and then from that, you use that and you'll gain the 9 keycards from that. On Conquest, there is this other mechanic called stamina, and it's just basically so that you can't run through the whole of Conquest with the same team. So every time you participate in a battle, I think you lose something like 10% stamina, and the stamina directly relates to your stats. So if I do this battle, and then we'll come back and have a look at the stamina afterwards, and you can see this one's going to be fairly simple, so it's just going to be thrown onto automatic. So easy victory there. We got the 3 stars. From that, we have 5. I'll get the right thing around the right way. 5 conquest credits, and you can use them in the conquest shop or at one of these scavengers. You know, you can either pick up things like health packs and other deployables for your inventory, or there is you can get some character shards and things like that. So now if I have a look at this battle, you'll see that I now have 90% stamina on these, and this relates to the stats. So this is my character's max stats, and this is the amended stats taking into account the stamina. So because I have 90% stamina, my stats are going to be 90% of the max. Stamina does recover, as you see there, 1% every 28 minutes on there. You can add more with these stim packs. On your head, if you want to use your currency to get stim packs, that's up to you. The Conquest Pass also increases the rate of stamina rejuvenation, so that can be quicker. I'm not going to play all through Conquest, I'll be honest. I haven't really been focusing on it too much, but I need to try to. So the main thing we're looking at is this Imperial Troopers. Still can't. I've got 437. Right, let's do some battles here. Because I don't really have anything else I'm focusing on from the cantina, I'm picking up a load of relic mats. Purely because you're going to want to relic all your characters, and at the end of the day, you know, you 9, 10, 11 million GP, you've relicked, I don't know, 100 characters. You're then going to have a battle. Every time you need to relic a character, you're going to have to farm some relic mats. So I thought, I'm not actively farming anything in Cantina yet. I could get ahead of stuff, but at the minute I'll just use that for farming that. I am going to pick up this. We'll try and pick up some offense mods because I need some more mods. haven't done any of these yet today, so let's go and have a look. We'll relic the war. Now what I am purchasing from here is Magma Trooper and Snow Trooper, because those are in my Imperial Trooper team. Pick that up, pick that up. Fleet Challenge. Don't look at my Fleet Challenge levels, they're not great. I need to focus on some fleets. Claim that. 3 shop. So let's see what's in here. Stormtrooper, we'll get some more Stormtrooper. Squad Arena, I'm saving that for credits. Fleet Arena. I'm gonna get some 5s. I'm gonna get some Rex. And get Boba Fett. Those are all going to come in handy, and I'm going to save the rest for a little bit later. Charge up. I don't have enough. There's 7 stars or above yet, so I'm not getting many shard tokens. I have an episode. It's going to be good, and we'll come and collect that. So now if we go back, we can put up Magma Trooper. We can put Stormtrooper up, and I'm going to increase the levels on my Stormtrooper. What others can I increase? Snow Trooper, he's got nothing yet, so let's put some on him. That's good, we'll have that. So, as you can see, I'm starting to build up Imperial Troopers. Let's go to 55 with him. Don't want to go too high. Credits is my main hold off at the minute. It's just really been a grind trying to get enough credits to get stuff done. I'm gonna mass sim these. Got enough to refresh that. We'll get down that. Put him up to 7, and because he's purple, he's going to get some protection now. Have a look at these because they're terrible. So offense, unassigned, and we're looking for best offense. Trying to find something with a bit of speed. That's not got any. Okay, I'm going to leave that there for now. 'I do have some speed on that, but if I can find one with a health one with some speed, I'll get the health bonus as well. These are terrible. Offense, doesn't have anything there. 136. Okay, I'm not going to get much done on those mods. I'm going to need some more. So the plan of action: work some more on my Dark Troopers. I want to get them kind of up here to the 50-60 level, and we're currently at the 20 level, so a few more levels in each. Hopefully we'll have a raid soon. I can get some raid currency, get some credits going back through. Bounty hunters, again, they might be another team that I try and get up, because I think most of these, so scoundrel, they will help with credit heist. Yeah, so that's kind of where we are. What do we pick up here? Ship energy. We'll do the squad arena in a bit. So yeah, that's where we are. It doesn't look like much is happening. The bits and pieces we're throwing on are all adding up, so we're up to 452,000 now. I think last Saturday I was around 400, so 52,000 in a week is not bad going for kind of natural growth. I started to pull through some shards for Ewoks. I'm not going crazy on them, but we will need them. So yeah, that's kind of where I am, guys. So feel free to like and subscribe. I will say that we are currently 45 members out of 50. Not what I wanted. We have a look in here. I thought there was one that showed you your GP, but I don't think there is. We're at 391 million. I think we're working on an average of about 8 million. So if you are looking to join a guild, we are looking for some members. Feel free to leave a comment in the description on the video. If not, I will put up the link to my Discord, and we can have a chat there. Yeah, so that's kind of it for this week, guys. It's short and sweet and not too much happening, but we're going to be on a bit of a grind here at the minute whilst we try and get some teams up. So yeah, feel free to like and subscribe to the video. Any comments, I'm more than happy to reply to. Add me in the Discord. Be nice to hear from you guys. And apart from that, see you next time.